August is Women's Month in South Africa, an opportunity for us to celebrate women and particularly women that are doing amazing things in fields that perhaps in previous years were the preserve of men. And SANRAL has been helping a number of women take those steps. And we found this out through the story of Naa-ilah Mia.
I'll check the change this side. I think we should go about 4 meters in or whatever it is.
I hope so. And then here I'll be my team.
My name is Naa-ilah Mia. I'm a project manager in training at SANRAL, and on site I'm an assistant resident engineer. So this is just here to check if we're meeting the specifications or not. So this will be now sent to the laboratory and then they're going to test it for us.
Meaning we're looking for 40, but 10
We get
millimeter
50 is fine.
is fine.
That's fine. This is the doubling of the Simon Vermeulen road. So they extending this road to a double, well, it's a triple carriageway with a BRT lane as well.
Naa-ilah was just telling him we're going to be inspecting these cabs. We're going to be taking maybe 10-meter interval, and then also we'll be checking this channel, and then they might just take their tape as well as their butter pass.
That's fine. Well, I applied for the SANRAL bursary when I was in my 3rd year, and then SANRAL has paid for my studies until my 1st year of working. When I started working, SANRAL has put us in gave us a lot of opportunities. We went to a surveying company, we went to a laboratory to do tests and see how tests are done on different materials. Thereafter we had site, and now I'm currently on site. It needs to go up, hey? It's a bit low. Well, luckily my parents are very supportive with whatever we do. They just wanted us to study, which is what we've done. They always help me out, and you know, if I was having a bad day or a bad subject or whatever, they would always be there to, you know, encourage me to do better and tell me and like support me. Whether I passed or failed, it was fine as long as I finished. My mother has a business where she would cater for weddings, but specifically baking and like desserts. So as a family, she generally needs support from us. So during the weekends, that's what we'll end up doing, is helping her.
Mommy! Hi, how are you? We're going to pour that in there. We're doing a lemon meringue, an individual lemon meringue dessert. It's, I think, the most tastiest.
I'm pouring the lemon meringue liquid into these casings, okay?
Whenever she does something, it's like a success. Comes even, though I hate to admit it, it does come out better than me, but not to tell her, otherwise it goes to her head.
When she was applying for the SANRAL bursary, things were tough with me. I wasn't at where I am right now.
We find it to be much more. I had no employment at that time, and I was very happy and excited about the bursary that came our way from SANRAL.
It was like a godsend, because had she not got this bursary, I don't think she would ever have got where she is right now.
We needed the help that SANRAL has given us, and they made our lives a lot easier. I mean, we could sleep better at night and, you know, go to bed with less worries, knowing that at least my education is paid off or is going to be paid off. That's a good job, hey? Well done.
It's so good to have a woman like you, a professional, an engineer, as we celebrate Women's Month. Take us back, though, to your first days in university. How did you figure out that maybe engineering is what you want to do?
I think in the beginning it wasn't really something I thought I would do, but I'm glad that I did do it. It's a good place to be in. Yeah.
Right. Did you have a natural ability towards it? What did you find?
I think my maths marks were quite good, so it led me to that in the science department.
So let's talk about inside your class. How many women were in the class at that time? Because this will lead us to a lot of what our conversation is about.
Okay. The women in my class, I don't think there were that many. It was a class of about 200 maybe, and about 50 were women. You see women drop out quite often though, which is quite sad. But some of us did make it through. Yeah.
All right. And I suppose the good thing is that SANRAL became your partner in your journey, didn't it?
Yes, they did, and I'm very thankful for that. I didn't have the funds, obviously, at the time to pay for my university education. And when I did get the bursary, I was a lot of relief for both my family and myself, making me, finish my studies and get to where I am now.
But it was more than just paying for your studies, wasn't it? Because a lot of it was mentorship and going on a journey.
Yeah, so in the beginning at university, SANRAL does have vacation work. So during our university holidays, we were put on different sites to give us a feel of what we, doing and what we're going to be doing. In all honesty, I will not lie in this, but when I was studying, I didn't know who SANRAL was. I think when you are at university, you don't know most of the engineering companies or what they do. But I think when we did get the opportunity to do the vacation work, you did get a feel for it and, started loving it from there.
Take me through your journey as a woman becoming an engineer. This was an environment that was predominantly male, very masculine. How did SANRAL help you through that?
When it comes to women, when I started working, like you said, it was full of men. There were only men in engineering. Till today, there's still a few times where I sit around a table and we're still surrounded by men. But I have to say that SANRAL has a lot of they're starting a lot of new things, like getting SMME women involved, building women up. So that helps. It does. I mean, we see more women on sites with their safety boots and, being a contractor as well. I have a number of projects now where the owners are women engineers, which is good to see.
All right. And supervising men, how's that been?
I think, no, supervising men, I have to say, as engineering, we are very professional in that. So between us and our conversations, we respect each other. But I think when we get more to the local communities and, telling an SMME that you didn't win the tender or you didn't win an award or something of the sort, it's not as easy as you think.
There's probably a lot of young women, girls that are watching this conversation right now. What would your message be to them? Because they may not have thought of engineering as a career path.
You know what? A woman can do as much as a man. No matter what we say, we can do it better also. We are more organized. We do things in a better way. It's just the way it is. We've seen it. So a woman shouldn't be afraid of that. Maths and science is just a small part of it. And when we mustn't be afraid of men either. If we're right and we know we're right, we should stand for what we say and continue that day.
And mentorship and support, has that been important?
Yes, no, I will not lie. We have a lot of support when it comes to SANRAL. There are a lot of people with a lot of expertise in SANRAL that a lot of other companies might not have. So it's easy if you need information, knock on the door next door or call this person or whatever it is, So it's been a good learning experience, I can say.
Has the space changed in terms of, back in university, a quarter of the class was women? In the engineering field, are you seeing more and more women over time now? Yes.
Like I said, there's a lot of contractors that have opened that are woman-owned. I have to say it's growing quite significantly. Women are more on the road. It's a big difference from when I started.
All right. So now, if you were your own older sister, who's now been on this journey 10 years later, what would you tell your younger self at the beginning of your journey? Because I'm sure, particularly young women going into these unknown spaces, it can be quite frightening.
Yeah, don't be afraid. You have it in you. You just need to give it a little bit more time. Go with it. There's a lot of people that are out there to help you. The industry is very small. So, there's always a phone call away to help you with everything that you need.
What's the biggest thing you think you've learned about yourself as a result of this journey?
I still think it's strength. I think if you think that you can't do something and you put your mind to it, anything can be done.
Wow. And ambitions for the future?
Well, I have to say SANRAL has helped me register as a professional engineer, so I have conquered that. I think it's just maybe studying further if I have the time.
All right. Naa-ilah, it's been a pleasure talking to you and celebrating your achievement and your journey, and we hope that you'll be an example to many other young women of what is possible.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for your time. That was a fascinating conversation with Naa-ilah Mia. And what it told us is that with a little bit of help, as SANRAL has been doing with many young women, it's incredible to see what women can do. And hers was a testimony to that. See you next week with another story here at SANRAL TV.